Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash, for giving the spirit to do the lesson on today. Lord willing to feed you lemon sheets of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, who taught us this 100% truth according to the spirits to be Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessing to the hopeful looked out their portion of his word to the four corners of the earth in sincerity. And peace and blessing to your hopeful believers out there, which are also part of the lake to. I say shalom. And once again, I want to say, call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash, for giving the spirit to do the lesson on today. Lord, and the feed you lamb and sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Now, I was watching Apostle Elder Gabar Daily Edification 4, and it says, Sir, thou knowest not every Israelite is going to look like John Shaft. You know? And he's going into when he's pretty much explaining, you know what I'm saying? He said that, and I didn't watch it through all the way through yet, but Spirit kind of got me to just talk about it too, man. Because through the parents' video, how about Shema Shai, if we still think that every Israelite looks like a so-called black man, then the Lord haven't revealed it unto you yet, man. Therefore, you can't be a servant of Yahweh B'Shem Shai. As Scripture says, we have an unction from the Holy One to know all things. And Lord has given us all understanding. So we understand through the parents' spirit Yahweh B'Shem Shai, because Apostle Gabar, he goes through a little history of how they used to teach that if you was Ephraim, you had to be melanated. You know what I'm saying? So he went and explained how, you know, it's a point in time it was like, if you're not a so-called black man, or you're like super melanated like a black man, then you're not an Israelite. But through the years, the Lord revealed unto them, and like the apostle said, you know what I'm saying, they've been saying this for years, that not all Israelites going to look like a so-called black man. You know what I'm saying? We were scattered abroad amongst the nations. We were scattered amongst the nations. Drake done poured this bucket out into every nation. Apostle Tahar, Elder Apostle Tahar, he always speaks about Blake Griffin. And he goes into Blake Griffin. And if he have, as a matter of fact, let me go to it. As a matter of fact. Right? You see Blake Griffin, man. If this dude lays with, because Blake Griffin is a so-called black man. So if this dude right here, Blake Griffin, if he lays with another Edomite, you know what I'm saying? If he lays with an Edomite, per se, somebody of a lighter complexion, if it's a Jake, but he lays with an Edomite, his son's going to come out, you know what I'm saying? If it keeps going down through lineage and lineage, you know what I'm saying, decades and decades, it keeps going down, that doesn't mean that all of a sudden his child becomes an Edomite. Nah. The child lineage still go back to Blake Griffin. Same with the Israelites. Just because the Israelites appear like the other nations don't mean that they lineage don't go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. As you can see, there's many, like the other Makama in the GMS Chicago branch always say, you can't fake Jake. So I've done met countless Edomites, you know what I'm saying, and people of other nations that act like Jake, man. Unknowingly, they just act like Jake. It's not even like because you can tell when somebody's trying to force acting like Jake, and you tell somebody that's naturally acting like that, you know. You even have some singers and stuff like that. Now I want to show you Blake Griffin's kid, right? Because if you look at his kid, let me see. Let me go to images. If you look at his kid almost looks like a redhead Edomite almost. Well, it's a speculation that he is the father of the kid. You know, it's a speculation. Now, I think the kid is. But you see the kid, right? And, you know, you see the kid, right? Now, don't get it twisted. The kid kind of passes a Jake. Low key. Now I'm saying a kid could pass as a Jake. But you have seen, like, if you just seen the baby from the back, you'll think the baby probably an Edomite, man. Especially if you see the mom, you'll be like, oh, it's just an Edomite baby. That kind of got a little Jakeish features, probably. Even with the case in point, it's a video the brothers uploaded multiple times, and it's literally a woman, right? It's a woman. Like, it's literally a woman that's talking about how her father's black and her mom's white, but she came out straight up white. Like, she looks straight. Well, let me rephrase it. She looks like a straight up Edomite. She looks red. She came out like a straight up Edomite, man. Straight up Edomite. And like Apostle Kabar, he's gonna go. I'm pretty sure he's gonna go into the video. He's gonna explain how the Israelite is. It's not. See, because if you sitting here saying that Jake, you're not Israelite because you're not a so-called black man, then that lets you know that you're not looking spiritual. You're having a carnal eye. The scriptures say it said to be carnal mind is to be death. You know what I'm saying? To think with the carnal mind brings for death, and that's a display. Because I want to get this scripture before we get this. It says Romans 8:16. The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh Basham Shai. So if he able to receive the Spirit, that is a big indicator right there that he is from the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Even though he might look like the other nations, we have many brothers in GMS that I guess you'll say you'll put them under the banner of looking like Edomites, Arabs, Hamites, but they're all Jacob. Because the Spirit, they're able to come back to the obedience of the scriptures, and like it says in Psalm 147, the word of the Lord is not going to be known but amongst Jacob. You know what I'm saying? They the ones that know his judgments. You know, the Lord gave his Spirit unto his chosen nation, the Israelites. So only an Israelite can receive this Spirit. Now another indicator is the curses. Deuteronomy 20 speaks about how these things will be a sign and wonder. So curses is another indicator that a dude is Jake. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of times people fathers be Irish, and it's a lot of different cases too. But just to throw those obvious ones out there, if if you could see the curses enact on him, man, he's Jacob, man. Now I want to get this scripture because we read that. I want to get Jeremiah 12:8. It says, mine heritage, right? My bad, 12:9. It says, mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour. Now this is a twofold, you know what I'm saying? Because, a speckled bird sticks out, which allows the praise to, you know what I'm saying, attack it. And that's how the nation of Israel is dwelling amongst these other nations. We're sticking out like a sore thumb, man. Now, the other aspect of it is my heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. Now, when you go and when you look at a speckled bird, it's got all these different dots on it, but it's still the same bird. Just because it got all these different dots on it, do that make it a different type of bird? It's not of this bird family. No, it still be of a certain bird family. It just has different dots on it. Let me see. Look at that. Just because the duck is speckled, do that make it not a duck? You know? So that's how the nation of Israel appears unto Yahweh Basham Shai on the outward aspect. Because on the inner aspect, they're still his Israelites. But on a physical aspect, a carnal aspect, we appear unto everybody like heathens and stuff like that. And I just pulled two scriptures proving how the Lord, you know what I'm saying, proving how the Lord's, his nation is going to look like unto other nations. Come on, we've been mingling around and stuff like that. Like, come on now. Did that change that we don't go back to the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? Because you even have some dudes that look like they're Israelites, but they fucking heathens. You even have that. You know? Scripture speak about the tares and the wheat. You know what I'm saying? The Lord, when Yahweh Shai comes back, he's going to establish order, and he's going to separate all the non-Israelites with the Israelites. And chiefly, he's going to separate the elect from the 2/3 of the nation of Israel. Because those are the ones that appear onto Yahweh Shai as Israelites, because they move and act in that mannerism of an Israelite and not after the mannerism of a heathen. So yeah, man, subscribe to Eder. Apostle Gabar channel, Daily Edification 4, and you know what I'm saying, be edified. But it kind of spirit got on me to talk about it, because like, if you still think that every Israelite is like, if you think every Israelite is a so-called black man, then the Lord is definitely not dealing with you, man. That was squashed long time ago. So yeah, Lord will is edified through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashem Shai, and feed you limited seeds of Yahweh Bashem Shai. I want to give them honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who taught us 100% truth according to the spirits of being, who rule well. When they're not saying, call Allah Yahweh Bahashem Shai, Bahashem Rakha Kodash. And so y'all say shalom, man.